Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of the Campfire podcast. Today I have my friends. Let's go. I don't know if you guys can see the screen of that Campfire animation, but maybe I
Alright,
can
Tim,
start.
they can't see the
Okay,
screen.
well, they all see it. They all see it. Well, I'm Chirpy or Tim, and there's Tuna with the sausage.
Hello?
There's
Hello, my
Aimz.
sausage.
There's Aimz.
Hello.
And there's ALY. Oh, that's
Yellow.
Yeah, and we're just pretty much just a bunch of weebs, and we just talk about anything. Well, pretty
Yeah,
much.
so this is gonna be our first episode talking about what are you talking about again?
It can be about anything,
Great
really.
start, guys. Great start. How about some anime stuff since we're such weebs?
Well, first off, what did you guys think about the Chainsaw Man trailer? Did any of you guys see that?
I
Yeah.
haven't seen it, so
Okay, I got a link you went.
you guys discuss.
I can link it to you, Amy. Let me see if you can.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
watch
please
it.
do.
Let's watch it again. Let's have a look.
Okay, let me just get it out here.
Put it on the TV.
It's really amazing. It's just this is absolutely crazy. I'll just put it in the podcast chat.
Yes, we've already seen people start busting out some serious cosplays for this anime, despite it
know.
not being released.
What
Yeah,
really-
even SmashCon.
What's so surprising about this is that even though when the anime isn't released, there's just so many people just already cosplaying for it. It's
Even the
just-
animation style is really good as well.
Yeah. It's
What animation studio?
I think it's MAPPA
Um,
Studio. It's MAPPA Studio.
Oh, Mappa. Oh yeah.
But
They always do such a good job.
oh,
Yeah.
they're great. I think a lot of people were afraid of it because it was like they thought the animation wasn't going to be as good, but it turned out to be
Mhm.
really well.
If it's Mappa, you know that the fighting animation is going to be really smooth and detailed.
Oh,
Just like how they do it for Attack on Titan as well.
It's just freaking great. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I just can't wait. It looks great, and I read the whole manga, and I highly recommend you guys read it because it's just amazing.
Is it complete?
Yeah, it's complete.
Oh.
Complete.
Oh,
How many
damn.
chapters?
Oh man, I think it's like 190. It's really short. It's really short.
That is pretty short, actually.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and I think it was ranked like I think first or third in the Shonen Jump ranking. So it's really good.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, it's really
Oh
good.
damn.
I think Jujutsu Kaisen is actually first. I think it's first. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that.
Naturally,
But
good
it's on the
job.
top. It's on the top
Senpai.
5 or top 10. But they're doing really well.
Hmm.
Damn. That sounds good.
It's
You've been into your manga lately, hey Tim. You've been reading a lot of it. One Punch
Yeah.
Man.
Oh man, I love it, but it was just I wasn't like a huge manga reader. I was always that anime watcher, but then I think what got me into manga was reading Gantz. I'm now Gantz is
I still need to read that.
Oh,
You should read that as well.
All of you guys should read it, but I'm not. It's really gory and it just has a complete different twist on science fiction.
Isn't it sort of like one of the older ones?
It's not that old. I think it's released. I mean, maybe it is a bit old. It's in the 2000s. It was released in the 2000s. I don't know whether you consider that old or not. I think it was released in the.
I mean, it's not in the last decade, so.
Oh yes.
Oh,
No,
God.
no. See, I always
old
have been
now.
a animation sort of guy, and recently, I think one manga I've actually been enjoying is Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest. I'm
tell me
pretty
about
sure
that.
Ali can agree with me as well.
Yes, it's some of the best reading I've had or I've seen in manga recently. I just have not been able to put it down. And
By the way,
now-
don't spoil it. Don't spoil it for anyone who's watching.
yeah,
No, everyone's dead. Everyone dies.
God damn
Oh
it.
God! Don't say that. Don't say that.
Makes you want to read it though, huh? You gotta find out the truth. Do they all die? Or do they survive?
Dun dun dun.
No, but it's getting
Guess
animated.
we'll have to find out.
Yep, in the newly released animation, which will be coming, I reckon, maybe end of this year or beginning
Yeah,
next year. If we're
I think
lucky.
right now there's only 130 chapters out at the moment.
There's not a lot. No, you can get through it in probably, I'd say, a day. Not
Yeah.
even. I would.
I'm
It's-
putting my
it's-
hand on the Bible, and I tried watching Fairy Tail, and I just can't get through it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm not mad. I'm just very
Just
disappointed.
disappointed.
Well, I will say as Fairy Tail is probably ties to one of my favorite animes. I will say that I've been enjoying 100 Year Quest almost twice as much as the original series itself, like almost to the point where I would recommend new fans just start on 100 Year Quest, and don't worry about it. Yeah, or maybe even people like like you who are not that much of a fan of the original series and haven't gotten very far into it. I'd be like, you know what, just stop what you're doing and start reading 100 Year Quest.
Really? So you don't think it'll be confusing? Like, they have to know any sort of backstory to the anime or anything? Or?
There definitely are certain scenes or certain characters where it won't have as much of an impact on you, but just in terms of the overarching storyline, the storyline itself doesn't really have anything to do with where Fairy Tail left off or finished in the main arc. It's completely new. Of course, you've got the characters we all know and love, Natsu, Lucy, Happy, and the gang. But there's very rarely of time, I think only twice now I can recall over the 130 chapters where I've gone, oh yeah, you'd have to have seen that arc to appreciate this particular character. But out of 130 chapters, is it chapters?
Chapters, yeah.
Out of 130 chapters, there's only been that kind of moment twice, and the rest is all new characters, new enemies, new storylines, and
the enemies are like if you watch One Piece, like they're just like One Piece like bosses, like they're really OP. You feel like the characters are going to be struggling throughout the whole thing, but there's so much character development. There's always full of surprises as well.
Like, I mean, I liked
Interesting.
Fairy Tail. Like, I liked Fairy Tail. It was interesting, but I watched so much shonen like anime that it's repetitive for me in some sort of way. Like, I mean, because
you got to be very heavily invested into it, just like One Piece. I think how many? I've lost track of how many episodes there. I think there's over 1,000 episodes now. I stopped.
I'm never watching One Piece, guys.
no,
I don't
Never.
blame you. No, honestly, I don't blame you.
I don't blame you. I actually
It's too much to get into. I don't have the time.
Well, that's exactly the point.
I've watched episodes 1 all the way to 600, and then I stopped. So this is getting too repetitive. It's like they go from island,
That's
new boss,
dedication,
defeat the boss, and everything.
Well,
it's
that's
just like
the
it's
huge
just too
problem.
much.
Because like One Piece was the king of Shonen Jump, and it was always ranked #1. No any other manga or anime could top it, but recently it just has. Like, I think Demon Slayer beat it, Jujutsu Kaisen beat it, and it's because of the viewership. Like,
it's just too repetitive. Like, it needs to finish, but I think now it's coming to an end.
yes, it is.
well, it's not repetitive, but it's just a large amount of content of episodes that people can't
Yeah.
dedicate
Well, it's
to.
the formula. It's like they go to a different island. There's a boss. They struggle. Someone nearly dies. They go into like these huge like flashbacks, memories. Beat the boss. There's a couple of filler episodes to fill in like some happy dandy stuff, and then rinse and repeat.
Well,
And
I
I
feel like
think-
they should
Yeah.
I just think they should have an ocean cut of One Piece, like just One Piece Kai, so they just take away all the fillers, and hopefully they'll just be more viewable.
And of course, for avid anime watchers like us, because they all follow that same formula. Even Fairy Tail, there's a new boss or new arc. They've got to defeat the villain, and then there's filler episodes. It's no different. And I think unless you fall in love with those characters themselves, like the reason you watch it is just so you can see those characters. You love watching them fight. You don't tire of watching them fight. You don't tire of their family moments together in the filler episodes. That's why you stick through with it. No one kind of sticks through a shonen all the way through to the end just because they love repetitive formulas. It's just because they tend to absolutely have fallen in love with those character styles, art style, whatever it may be. And for myself, in particular, Fairy Tail, the bond between the characters was just so up my alley, and that's why I stuck with it. But I've never watched One Piece, so it's like it's just because, and it might just be because I'm not that big a fan of pirates, so I'm not a fan of the universe. But
I think one of the other issues as well with a show that's been running for so long is obviously it's been coming out for years now, and a lot of older animes, particularly shonens, they struggle a lot with pacing.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah,
yeah.
100%.
the pacing of these older shonens is just like sometimes it just really drags on, and you're kind of like, okay, we get it. Get to the point now.
Well, I remember watching One Piece back when I was in year 8. This is like nearly 10 years ago. Watching like the latest episode with my sister. Like it's just crazy for like One Piece has been part of my life for like nearly half my age. Honestly, it's so weird. It's still going.
Yeah.
It's just like The Simpsons. Well, not like The Simpsons, but like it's just got so many episodes to catch up.
Yeah,
with.
it's
just
literally
always
like
there.
a westernized version of The Simpsons or Family Guy or something like where there's like so many seasons and episodes.
I just want them to find the treasure, and that's it.
I'm telling you, look, I haven't read the manga or anything, but I bet you the treasure is his hat.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I swear to God.
I bet. It's so
I
stupid.
hope not. Oh my God.
1,000 episodes later.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
Look,
can't
it's been
believe
on your
it's
head
been
the whole
going for
time.
so long.
Yeah, it's been going on like.
But like all the
since we were
old,
born. Sorry.
yeah, I don't know.
That's
I
it.
think sorry, you're
There
kind
you
of
go.
cutting out for me, but that's probably my internet.
That was
my
really
connection.
rude. I think
Am I
Amy
cutting
deserves
out for
an
you
apology
guys?
there.
Sorry, Amy. Am I cutting out for everyone here, or is that just?
No, you're a little bit delayed, but not cutting out for me.
No.
Maybe it's because I'm hosting the live stream.
Maybe. I think so.
Maybe.
No.
Continue.
But yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So basically, like all the other old OG shonens have pretty much ended now, right? Like there's Naruto, that's done. Obviously, there's Boruto, but that's not really. That doesn't
it's
count.
so bad. Like the main ones.
And then
have, like,
Bleach.
yeah. I've actually
Yeah, then
like,
there's
I've only
Bleach, but
watched
that's
bits
pretty
and
much
pieces.
over now. They're animating the last arc, aren't they? That's coming out
Yeah.
soon. That's exciting.
Mm.
It's pretty good. The
I've only been like watching snippets of Bleach. I've never actually sat down
Oh,
and
really?
watched the episodes. Yeah.
Oh, the first like.
I
50
was a
was pretty
big
good.
fan of Bleach. I loved it, and then it was really. Did you?
What the hell? I
It
didn't
was
think
like
you
it was
were.
my
I had
first.
no idea.
It was my first ever anime.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
That's
Oh
your
my
first
god!
shonen.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I thought
that's
you
why
just
you
liked
love
it.
Shonen so
That's
much.
so crazy.
Might
Who was
be
your
my
favorite, Alicia?
Oh, of course. The main character. I know it's not very exciting, but you know. Yeah.
Ah,
I
Chika
just loved
Kurosaki.
him. I loved him so much, and just his character development. Oh, and then I think I dropped it when he was trying to rescue. I don't remember the girl's name.
Rukia?
Rukia. I dropped it when
Rukia.
they were Rukia when they were trying to rescue her from the Soul Society. I kind of dropped it in that arc because it extremely dragged along all the battles. I think the battles were taking up to
Yeah,
5 to 6
see?
episodes per
Issue
battle.
with pacing.
See, I
Yep.
think that's really
Yeah.
repetitive because it's that damsel in distress rescue. Like they did that with Rukia, and I think they did the exact same in One Piece. There was this arc where one of the crew members, Nico Robin, Ryan will know, like Nico Robin, they had to save her because she was part of some organization. And then they did the same thing for like for Fairy Tail where they had to save Urza because Urza was part of this I can't remember this. You probably know it, like this association.
remember.
And I
Yeah.
just saw it. I was like, this is exactly the same repetitive sort of.
It's the same. They use the
narrative.
same formulas.
It's recycled.
Yeah.
And I just thought, oh god, that's what I think that kind of
Yeah.
put me off a bit. Like, don't get me wrong, like Fairy Tail has a good concept. I like the whole concept, and there have been moments that I got a bit teary. Like, I can't remember that guy. What's his name? Was it? I don't want to guess it. I don't want to say.
Come on, guess
I
it.
feel
Guess it. It's fine.
I'm not
Do
gonna
it.
guess it. I'm not gonna guess
Guess
it.
Guess it. Come on.
I'm curious.
Is it
I want to
Lexus?
know.
Is it
I want to know.
Lexus?
Oh, Loxus. Very
Lexus is a car.
I know.
No,
That's what I was gonna say. It's a car. It's a car.
Ah, close.
Hey, look, I was close. Come on.
Yeah.
It's a car.
Lexus turns into a car final form.
Hey, that's pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah.
No way. Fairy Tail meets Transformers.
no, but that's what teed me up. I think it was when they defeated Luxus, and it was just like, what was it like? He was watching the parade of the Fairy Tail parade, and then they put like the salute up, or something like that, like thinking the pointer up.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that got me a bit teary.
The tears are coming back. My eyes are so wet.
Oh my god.
There's a lot of episodes, like just standoff alone ones that like that all the way throughout the very end. You know, I think before then I'd never seen Tuna cry, and when we decided to watch or continue watching into the later seasons,
That exposed me.
yeah, I'm right there with you. Tuna and I were crying on multiple episodes, and I was just like, I can't believe you're crying.
I had something in my eye.
Yeah.
Would you guys ever watch Naruto though? Would you?
I tried.
No, I can't do it, but I love.
Oh yeah.
I love the characters and I love the soundtrack, but I've never actually seen it.
I tried. I watched 11 episodes and I couldn't get into it.
Did you get up to
I've
the...
been-
Oh, sorry, you go, Amy.
11 episodes of Naruto or Naruto Shippuden though?
Naruto.
Oh.
Was that up to
See,
the
you've got to
Zabuza?
start at the beginning, but it gets so much better at Shippuden.
I think you get the feels when you watch the Zabuza arc. It's... And I'm sure people who are watching this...
Oh
know
my
what I'm
god,
talking
the
about.
Zabuza arc!
Because I think that was the peak of when
Yeah,
I think the
gosh.
viewership of Naruto was just so high, because... It's... I don't want to spoil it, obviously, but you have to watch it. It's... I think that really made me fall in love with Naruto.
I cry every time I hear sadness and sorrow.
That's such a good piece.
That gives you the feels.
Are we
Yeah.
meant to know exactly which song that is?
Okay,
Pan
maybe.
flute. I can't.
I'll link it. Let me see. Sad and sorrow.
Oh, you'll know what you
You'll
should
know.
know.
Well,
what
once
it
you hear
is.
it, Amy,
Because
you're like,
I'll
oh.
definitely know it once I hear it.
Oh, you
How
will. You
dare
will. And
you, Amy?
warning, you may cry. May need.
Amy,
to
you'll
your
definitely
hand.
cry.
You know it. Here we go. I'll just...
I
It's supposed
probably
to
will.
correlate. It's supposed to correlate with a person's death, I think. But I haven't seen the anime. I just hear the song and I start bawling. I'm like, oh my god.
Or you have to listen. You have like watching it and then just listening to that soundtrack is just a whole nother level. But I think what I felt
Hang
with
on,
it...
let me have a quick listen.
Okay, she's gonna have a listen, guys.
Oh, of course I know what song this is. Bro,
Yeah,
this
no.
is like the saddest song in all of Naruto.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, no.
You gonna start crying, Amy? You gonna start crying?
You don't cry.
Yeah, I
You're gonna
will.
cry, you're gonna
I'm gonna
cry.
shed a tear. I will.
You know
I
that,
love Naruto so much.
you know that scene, Amy, where it's like your words cut deep, deeper than any blade, and I'm like, oh. I'm not sure if you remember it, but
It's. Oh my god. There's so many scenes in Naruto that I'm literally just like thinking of being like, fuck. That was. That was intense.
oh man.
It's different.
And
It
also,
really
adding to, like,
does.
if I'm ever gonna introduce that, like, there's this guy on YouTube who actually, like, it was so weird. He was gonna introduce Naruto to his girlfriend, and the girlfriend said, I'll only watch it on the condition that I watch it with no fillers at all. So this guy, what he did as a challenge is that he edited all the fillers out of Naruto,
Oh my god.
and then he showed it to his girlfriend with it. So it was pretty much an ocean cut Naruto Kai series. And she watched the whole thing, and I think it reduced like 200 episodes or something like that. It was ridiculous of fillers.
Oh my god.
And
Yeah.
she watched
There's
it.
like a whole
boyfriend.
season that's just fillers too.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. But then she watched it, and she thought, I actually liked it. And then he was like, that's really good. So, and you can actually access it too. So, I mean, I'm just saying.
I have seen that version for Fairy Tail on Wikipedia. All the filler episodes have been filtered out. But in saying that, the filler episodes in Fairy Tail were actually some of my favorite.
Yeah, I can agree with that. There are actually good filler episodes.
Yeah,
in
that's the
anime, so you can-
problem.
I feel like filler episodes are there to make you connect with the characters more.
Yeah.
No,
they
So
are.
like,
It's not, because it's only for the reason why they put fillers is so that the mangaka can like catch up to making more episodes, because if they make non-filler episodes, they'll catch up to the mangaka's content. So they do it to give time for the manga artists to make more chapters, if that makes sense.
Well, bless, because it actually then, as a side effect, it actually
Yeah.
does allow you to connect to the characters more.
yeah, because it's like either like wholesome moments or funny moments or just something stupid. Like, you know.
I liked it when there was an episode in Fairy Tail where they swapped the bodies and everything. Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
love
yes.
that.
That's so
Yeah.
but then after
That's
that,
such a good
it
episode.
just ended. Like, there was nothing after that, and I thought, I wanted to know what happened, and I couldn't tell if it was a
good.
filler
To
or
this
not.
day, they are still swapped.
But because that's the problem with production, right? They're like, okay, we're gonna make this story, but then they don't have enough time, so they just leave it off and they continue to the next episode. That's what's so dangerous about making sort of fillers. But that was a good filler. I loved it.
It was a good filler.
All the boys had fun with that filler.
Oh yeah.
Why would they have fun with that, huh? Why? What's
Yeah, because it was a good episode.
Oh,
It was
what
a
about you tell us? You tell us.
I don't know. It's just the narrative. It's just so well written.
The storyline was very big, strong. Like, strong.
Yeah, it was a big story. Really, really big.
Yeah, very big story.
Two big stories.
Very two big stories. Anyway.
Anyway.
Have you guys watched Made in the Abyss?
Yeah, I mean, I'm super pumped. For those of you, we've watched, I think, up to the 2nd season on the 5th episode, so I mean, it's looking
Look,
good.
just a forewarning, okay? I would not watch it by yourself. I would not watch it if you were squeamish, and I would probably take breaks between episodes because when we
Nah, just go full send it. Full send it. Watch all the episodes.
Send it.
The biggest
We gotta send it.
I've ever heard. It's cute. It's light. It's colorful and biting and adorable. And then the next minute, you know, and Tim's probably gonna have to censor this if it's going on any live platform. But next minute, you see some kid being raped, some kid with his guts falling out of his stomach, another one who's being pulled under or into a monster's intestines. Like it is so full. It's the most full-on anime.
If you like Gantz, you're gonna love this.
It's not even just gore though. They explore uncomfortable themes. Like the one thing, I think one of the scenes that actually struck me more than others was actually in the first episode where they've obviously been traveling for a very long time, keeping in mind it is an anime, so it's not supposed to be real. They've been traveling for a very, very long time, and they start to need to go to the bathroom, and they're in this, like, you know, tube vessel thing, and there's nowhere for them to go. And it actually shows them literally just taking a big dump in the corner and having to deal with each other's poop. And you're like, you just think to yourself, like, why would anyone even choose to animate that? You know, like if something's.
Are you telling me out of the whole season, that's what disturbs you the most?
Not disturbed.
I know, I was just gonna say, it was just like, there are horrific things that happen, but it's just someone doing a number 2.
Yes, that's weird, but it's not the most disturbing part. But that's just it just goes to show you how far they go. They don't leave anything out.
Like this is a spoiler warning for those who are. Wait, Amy, have you watched Made in the Abyss?
I was just gonna ask, have you watched Aimz?
No, I haven't. So let me.
I was gonna
Okay,
say
so
something, but I
let's-
can't anymore.
Yeah,
But
no,
let's put it like into short, like sort of story, like synopsis. But it's like a really cute show, and the style is kind of like Pokemon. It's really wholesome, but it is really, really dark and unexpected. Like, I don't know how to put it shortly, but there's this massive, like, what is it, deep down abyss. Like, I mean, it's called an abyss, right? I mean, and it's a huge phenomenon because it's so deep and they have multiple layers, and this whole village that surrounds, like, on the very top level, they have these cave raiders that go down to explore it, and they find all these relics, these treasures, and they get people just to go down there to explore and find out its history and also go treasure hunting. But
They find like artifacts or relics and they bring it back onto the surface and they like rank them or learn more about the abyss.
it's just such a great world building sort of story, but it's just
Would you
oh, sorry, you go.
more disturbing than Goblin Slayer?
Yes, it's a lot more disturbing.
Yes.
I'd say.
Yeah.
Is it?
It does. They don't pull their punches in this. Like, it is not for the faint-hearted. Like,
But they didn't in Goblin Slayer either.
oh,
No,
I
but
think-
they go like an extra mile with this. There's more detail.
But I
Okay,
think it's
okay.
that. I think it's like it's just a strip of innocence because there are kids in it. Like, I don't know about Goblin Slayer. I think they're like teenagers
Yeah.
or something. But these are like kids that are like 8 or something like that.
When you look at Goblin
Oh.
Slayer, they kind of like, you know, put that and be like, oh, it's like a game, like just like Sword Art Online or anything like that. So it's not as, you know, scary, or it is gross and stuff because of how intense it can get. And all the scenes, like the sexual scenes and stuff. But with Made in the Abyss, like what Tim said, because it's kids, and you're seeing kids literally go through a lot of hardship and everything. It hits different, and because it's their world, it's not like a game where they're inside a game, or not like a gaming sort of atmosphere or environment. It's just like their world. It just feels really wrong. It's just like,
and it's in a humanistic setting as well. So they're not. It's not a paranormal universe. It's not a fantasy universe above the abyss. They're all humans. You know, when they are then experiencing that from a human's point of view, like the bio gives absolutely nothing away. I'm not kidding. I'm just reading this straight from Wikipedia, guys. This is Made in the Abyss. The story follows an orphan girl named Riko, who finds and befriends the humanoid robot Reg, and descends with him into the titular. I've never seen that word before. Abyss. Abyss that leads deep into the earth in hopes of finding her mother. That's all it says. That's all it gives away.
As a viewer, you'd be like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. And you watch it like,
and
I want to go home.
Get smacked in the face with trauma.
But I remember when I showed ALY and Tuna, like the series, I remember you guys were like, when does it get bad? Like, I don't see anything. Everything's so wholesome. But to a certain episode, I said, wait till this episode. And I bet it hit you like a ton of bricks. Like,
oh, it did. It did. I needed to change my underwear multiple times. Just kidding. But yeah, I sent you the title art as well in Wikipedia, Amy, in the chat. So you can
I've seen the like the cover and everything, and I've heard about it before. It's been on my list. I've just never gotten around to it.
Just look, if you ever just feel like having, you know, your heart ripped out of your chest, something casual like that, you know, this is a really good stuff.
Make sure you have a therapist lined up for the next day.
Good to know.
Honestly.
Set myself up with some tissues and trauma.
Oh, it just ambushes you. Like, you just don't know, and you're like, oh shit. Like, you're like, oh, what the fuck? Like, you just freak out.
I think Amy would actually like it.
I think
but
she
I feel like
I don't know. She doesn't do well in horrors.
This isn't horror.
I don't like horror, but I like all the human struggles.
Okay.
Oh, trust me, there's a lot.
I think there's a difference. Like, it's not like jump scary, spooky horror. It's like disturbing. It's just really disturbing.
She can get through the boys. She can get through this.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Sure. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I was actually thinking that. I'm surprised, ALY, then, if you can get through Made in the Abyss, because you hate the boys.
I know. I'm surprised ALY was able to get through it.
It's the crude humor that does it for me. The attitudes and the humor. I don't connect with any of the people or the cast. I think they're all weird.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
See, I connect very heavily with the characters in Made in the Abyss, especially Riko and Reg. Oh my god.
It's just like a wholesome bond.
That's the danger. That's where what do we?
You know I don't know. It's like a
wholesome plus trauma.
It's like a fairy tale that's gone wrong.
It really is.
Yeah.
But I highly recommend it. It's really good. But that 5th episode, I can't wait. I can't spoil too much. But
I know. I was just asking Ryan if I was about to say something, and I just asked Ryan if it would be a spoiler to say. We basically made a pact with each other before watching it, and I can't say what it is because it kind of gives the vibe away for season 1. But I wish I could tell you, but it is funny. But it definitely should be high on your list.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, who doesn't like
higher than Attack on Titan?
This is what's hard about ranking anime. Like, how I would do it is like, I would subcategorize them based on genres. You know, like what is the top horror or what is the top like shonen. You know what I mean? Like, but
yeah,
your mood.
Like if this was horror, I think this for me at least this would be like second. And we all know what top
psychological.
is.
It's a.
Well, what's first on your list then?
Higurashi, or when they come.
Oh yeah.
By the way, I don't think any of you girls would be able to handle it. It is.
I think I've seen the trailer for that, and it just looks. It's like what's the movie you guys recently watched called Midsummer?
Midsummer.
Midsummer. No. Midsummer.
Yeah, Midsummer.
I feel like it's Midsummer, but in an anime.
You're not wrong, but it's really gory. It is really, really gory, and it was just. I think we watched it, like when we were like 10 because it was released.
Yeah,
in the 2000s.
we're messed up.
Oh my
No,
god.
but we
And we even dubbed it. We even dubbed it.
we
Yeah, that's
voiced over it
illegal.
and dubbed it too.
Yeah, like cause we were 10 years old. You know,
That's
our voices,
illegal.
our voices haven't cracked yet. So obviously we played as all the female characters.
We had like really high pitched voices, so.
Little boys going, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, like hey Katie,
Oh my god.
my onigiris.
You know what? One day, I don't know.
I
if
need
you-
to see this. I hope you
Oh.
recorded it.
You don't.
Oh,
You don't.
Amy, I do have it. I think I do have it, but trust me,
I reckon
Ryan
it's so
sounds
Please,
like a girl.
please share.
Well,
No.
Ryan sounded like a girl because the thing is that
Oh, thanks, man.
no, you did. Like it was actually really misleading because Ryan used to play this game like online that we used to back in like what is it in primary?
Is this Combat Arms?
Yeah, it's Combat Arms, and when he would voice chat, everyone would think he was a girl. Like you tell him, Ryan. Like
Yeah, like because my voice was so high pitched. Every time I won a game in Combat Arms, which is like a first person shooter, I was like a really high rank, and people would think that as soon as I spoke, they wouldn't believe that I was a guy. They thought I was a girl, and they'll just call me a hacker.
Oh my god.
it's kind of sexist.
Oh my god, that's
But-
actually hilarious.
But yeah.
Yeah,
That is.
it is very.
Yeah,
Girls
it's
look at
terrible.
games.
It's terrible.
Maybe I identified myself as a female back then.
No, they said terrible things to Ryan. They were like, "Oh, where's your girl better than me?" and everything. And it's like, Ryan's like, "Wait, I'm not a girl first off, but come on, man, that's fucked."
And so maybe just because she is better than you.
I remember it's funny because like when I was 10, someone wrote a comment saying, "I bet you don't have like this is gonna be gross, but like they said, I bet you don't have pubes." And I was like, and I as a kid, I read it as puppies. I was like, I'm like, you're right, I don't have any puppies.
That is a very bad best error to make.
But I mean, maybe that was true. Both ways. I mean, you were 10, so. I mean...
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm probably gonna cut this
Nah,
out
maybe
maybe
he was
anyway, but.
He could have been an early
Look, I had
sprout.
my first beard head when when I was like
Beard
what,
head.
year 6, year 7.
Yeah, you grew a beard fast.
And you look like a dad now.
Yeah, I got like 5 kids. I'm joking, I don't.
Oh god. Poor,
Anyway,
poor,
I don't know
poor.
how we. Where did we get that from? From what anime? Was it?
Oh, the
From
genre.
Higurashi.
Yeah,
Horror.
Higurashi. Oh, yeah. I mean, that I
Yeah,
think.
Tim, before we continue, check if our voices are being recorded.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah? Okay,
They
sweet.
Are, they are. It's don't worry, I tested it.
Okay, cool.
Are you gonna listen to this and when you go to bed tonight and have it send you to sleep? Have all of our voices just lull you?
Yeah.
We'll serenade you.
100%. 100%.
The Campfire.
I'll serenade you to sleep.
Ryan and his tone deaf singing voice will sing you a lullaby.
Oh, okay, that's how you're gonna bring it in, huh? Yeah?
Are we ever gonna do karaoke? Are we gonna do it? Come on, let's do it.
Again, looking as she drove straight into the fire.
Alrighty, okay, let's go.
Yeah, I like this, alright. You see that sausage I'm cooking? You're not gonna get any. It's all for me.
That's okay, I don't eat meat anyways.
Oh,
I thought you were gonna go in a very different direction with that.
Oh god.
We're gonna go karaoke. We're gonna do it.
Something
We
to just-
definitely should.
Everyone's welcome.
Yes, and all recording devices
I don't know
are
if I
also
wanna-
welcome.
I don't think I want to come anymore.
Tone deaf people are allowed. Everyone's free. Everyone can come in. Everyone's welcome.
Oh, did you say tone deaf people are loud? Sweet.
Yeah. Of course.
Can't get past unless you're tone deaf.
There's gonna be like a sing off. There's gonna be a sing off, and if Ryan's better than Amy, oh god. Oh god.
I'm probably.
I know, literally. I was thinking this the other day. I was like, what if I sound like shit in karaoke? It's like, okay,
Go
that's
on,
fine.
Amy. No pressure. No pressure or anything.
What
but,
happens?
you
We're
know.
gonna nickname you in the chat. Tone deaf.
Yeah,
That's a song that we sing
Fair enough.
about mountains.
mountains.
It was like, oh, you know that song like "You Raise Me Up."
Yup,
by
so
Justin
I
Bieber.
can
Oh my
climb
God.
mountains.
Yeah, we sung
You
that.
raised me up.
Oh god, yes, no, please. The viewers don't need a demonstration.
It's all jarring now.
I'm gonna be going. Like,
We'll
on
have
that tour.
Amy. We'll have Amy and Tuna sing it together at karaoke.
We're doing it. They're gonna do all the
Absolutely.
sing-off. Just do a sing off there.
Sing off. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
You know what else was good?
What?
My Ex Family.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah, now we're talking.
Oh my god.
It's
So,
good.
you know
How
they're
did we
coming out
forget
with
about that?
part 2 in October?
Yeah, I saw the trailer for that.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's
Like
gonna
to
be
give
so good.
To give a round of applause for the best, the daddy of 2022, the mummy,
Oh, total dilf.
and the child,
Milf,
the
milf,
adorableness
No,
of
milf.
2022, all being in the same anime at the same time. It is the biggest
Perfection.
It is perfection, or the most perfection I've seen since the release of Demon Slayer, which was probably the last time the anime world was turned on its head. And I just think that I can't point a finger wrong at it, really. Like there
No, you can't fault
There was
it. It
such a
literally has
wholesome-
everything. It has
Yeah,
family, it has romance, it has action, mystery, what's gonna happen next? Who knows?
Everyone loves the drama. And had some
So
hot
good.
people in it as well.
Of course.
Oh, they all are.
Yeah.
Every-
Except the kids, they're cute. They're
Except the
hot,
kids.
cute.
yeah, you really needed to state that out loud, didn't you?
Just
Oh
in
my
case.
god, am I gonna have to cut more content out? You know how much work I'm gonna put into this?
We didn't say anything wrong.
Jesus.
Multiple people would disagree.
God.
I want Damien and Anya to get together.
Oh no,
Very
that's
true.
already.
I
that
am
ship's
definitely-
gone.
They're so freaking cute.
They're the biggest shit.
I am on that ship, and I am sailing with that ship. Along with your and Lloyd's ship, I am very much on that ship.
Oh, you can step
Absolutely.
on me anytime.
I hope in season 2 we get to see a little bit more development between the two of them personally. I want to see Lloyd come out of his shell a little more, and I want to see Anya get those stars. And I want to see some more Yor and Yuri development. That's what I'm hoping from season 2.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I'll just take anything from Spy X Family at this point.
As long as it continues.
Yeah.
Very true. That's the only thing that we should really be expecting because they nailed everything else. All we need is a release date.
I think why
Yeah.
it's so successful is because there hasn't been a story like that. You know, like a guy who's a spy, he gets with like an assassin, pretends to like have this normal life to continue his mission and everything.
It's so unique, and it's just like
Yeah.
the perfect setup for the story and for the plot. Like, you can just do so much with it, and everything just blends together so well, and I just love it.
It's just so like cool how how Anya can. This is spoilers, by the way, if no one's watched it. Like how Anya can read minds, and like she just knows all the goss and tension and like what's going on
Yeah.
between the two parents. Like the secrets that are between the parents. Like one's an assassin, the other one's a spy, but they don't know that yet. And like it's just
And
so
Anya's in the middle of it all.
yeah, and Anya's this little kid going through this huge mission. Her dad thinks she doesn't know that she's just going to school just to get a little gold star, but she knows. She knows everything.
He'll be the ultimate boss at the end of all seasons.
Yeah,
Oh,
I want to learn more about her story, to be honest.
yeah. Unfortunately, I have seen a manga panel of a spoiler for Spy X Family.
Oh,
I
You
am
did it
very
to
sad.
yourself.
You can't do this
you
to
and
yourself. You can't do it.
spoilers.
I know. Yeah.
You have to be
Yeah,
careful
No sympathy.
to go on those
No.
platforms and like, because whenever I go on TikTok, I always run across like the sort of manga panels or just little snippets of like episodes from an anime. I'm like, oh, and I just swipe. I'm like, I can't. I
Yeah.
need to get out of
It's a
this.
dangerous
I
world
was
out
just
there.
so like memorized with all like the style of the panels. Like, oh, this is pretty cool. I wonder what manga this is. And I was like, oh no, it's too late. I've seen it all.
Every time I just see a manga panel or even an anime, half the time I'll just skip regardless. I think for me, the only time that happened was I somehow came across the ending, like the true ending of Attack on Titan in a manga panel, and I at first refused to believe what I was seeing was real because I didn't want to experience a spoiler. And then it just kept popping up on my Instagram feed, and I just thought to myself, like, this is not normally the place I would see spoilers, and normally on Instagram people are quite good and they put the cover art saying, you know, swipe spoiler, you know, they alert you. But for some reason this particular ending was out for all to see, and that's why I was really surprised that I was the only one that it got spoiled for, because it was just everywhere for me for ages, and I'm just now I'm like,
It sucks.
I remember the exact day that chapter, that last chapter was released, because I just knew the spoilers were out. I didn't get spoiled because I immediately just like closed everything for like 2 days. I didn't go on anything for like 2 days. But I just remember seeing all the like Attack on Titan hashtags everywhere, and I was just like, oh my god. So I can imagine.
Sometimes I run
Because it's
across
such a big thing.
I run across like panels, and I'm like, is this fan art or is this like an actual manga?
Yeah, fan art versus like
or is it
OG.
real?
Yeah.
I'm like, I swear.
Is it real or is it fake?
What do you guys? Oh, you go.
No. I was just gonna say people are getting so ridiculously talented these days. You can't tell the difference.
I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I was just gonna say, what do you guys think about the second season, like, of Attack on Titan where it left off?
Bro.
Amy-
No spoilers.
Yeah, Amy has.
Oh, you
not
haven't.
up to date.
No spoilers.
Amy!
I
And Amy, look, I really think you need to watch it, because the next part is not coming out until next year. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. So it's just.
I was actually gonna say I'm rewatching Attack on Titan from the beginning because I've forgotten
my.
so much.
Good idea, honestly. I wish I probably would have done the same thing.
Yeah, we were so
Just
confused.
watch a recap video on like
We
YouTube
were-
or something.
I did. I watched the recap videos. I watched the history and timeline. Yes, it helped, but honestly, there was no connection for me with the characters. There was no.
Yeah,
There was no connection for me. There was no like, oh, I remember you. No, I don't remember who you are. Even though you're not important, I still wish I knew who you were, and I would have known if I'd gone back and rewatched it.
Yeah.
Because there was such a huge
Well,
gap
but I-
between the productions, so that's why we're like, what's going on?
Yeah. Because that's what I was thinking as well. So I've started rewatching it from season 1. Absolutely love it all over again. It's amazing. I still can't get over it. So
Season
different
one
to anything
is still
else.
Season 1 is still the best, in my opinion.
I love it.
Like season 1, like when it first came out, it was like it's first of its kind, and you saw
Yeah.
it, and you'd be like, "Whoa, that's like no, it's scary." Like you know,
Yeah.
and then like that scene where you watch Eren's family literally get like
Yes.
eaten by tigers.
Oh my god, the very first episode.
Yeah, and that's where the horror came. I was like, "Oh my god!"
I remember
what's
seeing
going
that
on?
for the first time, and I actually shut my device down. I didn't watch the series for another month after that.
And then
Yeah,
you get like, this
I'm
really,
up to
like,
the part.
detailed like close-ups of like the Titans' faces and stuff, and so
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
scary and everything.
You
I
know
feel
they're
like
modeled
after-
after human faces?
Yes,
Like
yes.
actual
I
humans?
can't. What was the guy Hajime Isayama? He said that what inspired him was that to make Titans was that he was out one night and he saw a drunk businessman, Japanese businessman, and he was walking and staggering weirdly, and he was all.
Oh my god.
And it was kind of creepy to him because he was all happy and everything, and he saw him and he was like, oh my god, that was terrifying, and that's why
Yeah.
he applied that onto Titans because they're all look like they're all high as fuck. So.
Thank you, Mr. Drunk Man.
Yes,
Thank you, drunk
That
businessman.
But
was
also, what was interesting was that when he would draw the manga, he would have like a book full of all these portraits of
Yeah.
people smiling, and he would just
Yep.
draw that. So what you're
Yep,
essentially
that's
seeing,
his reference.
yeah, it's like they're actually real life people faces that you're seeing on the Titans there.
Oh my
so-
god.
that's just terrifying. And I remember you guys actually tried to introduce it to me, and I was hesitant to watch it because of that horror factor. And I was also hesitant because it was around the time when I'd just seen Bleach and I think Death Note as well. So I was just beginning to figure out that cartoons, because that's like how they're animated in 2D, how cartoons can actually be quite moving in horrific ways. Because if you've never seen anime before, if you've grown up and you've only watched Western cartoons, you don't see people's heads get bitten off with blood flying everywhere.
No. Yeah.
You don't see R-rated things animated in 2D. So you think whenever you see a 2D animation come up, you think, oh, this can't go too wrong. This can't be too bad. And then you see those things animated, and you're like, oh. It's a big eye opener. but Attack on Titan was that first eye-opener for me, especially that one scene where Eren's mum gets chewed and spat.
Oh my god. Honestly, best intro episode I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's what really got me
It
hooked on.
really
I was like,
is.
God damn.
Oh, it's just amazing. The amount of content we received in that one episode and the amount of feeling you got in that one episode.
Yeah, you really felt for them. Oh my god, it's so true. You
It
definitely build a
sucked me
connection
in.
to the characters
I feel
really
like
quickly.
I feel like because we've been watching Attack on Titan for a very long time, like we sort of like go through the same phases as the characters on the anime, where we all get dehumanized and don't really react the same as we did first episode. Like we're like, oh, cool, it's a Titan. Oh,
Yeah.
scary. Like it's just that initial first season that really got to people, and I think that's what really made the anime really successful. Like how
Well, I can't
scary
say.
it is.
Yeah, well, I can't say because Amy, you haven't seen.
I haven't seen part 2 of the last season. No, sorry. Yeah, no, part 2 of the last season.
Okay, let me just clarify something with Ryan real quick.
No, I've been unable. I've reached the point now where I just need to watch the latest released season of Attack on Titan because I can't wait anymore. I just need to watch it.
I know, like, I don't know, like, do you know this, like, the secret of the Titans? Like, do you know something interesting about the Titans in general yet? Like,
By the way, spoilers, no spoilers.
No, you guys. I'm asking Amy if she knows.
I know whatever was revealed in season 3 and the beginning of season 4.
I can't remember where this particular secret was revealed.
Anyway, there's a secret.
Yeah,
So-
it's not really a secret, but it's just something interesting.
And what do you guys
Yeah.
think about like the new studio that they've got? They put the hands
I
on,
liked
on
it.
MAPPA. Yeah.
I
I feel like-
liked it.
I feel like they've done the facial expressions really well.
They've
very
done the
detailed.
manga justice. They've
Yeah.
absolutely done the manga justice.
Mm.
Yeah. It's just so close to the style, which I can really, just respect. But I think with WIT Studio, I think that they were really good with their own style and their own sort of like, it was just, MAPPA did a good job. MAPPA did a great job. And I think
Mappa's just top tier.
I just don't
Mappa's
know
a
how they
god.
handle these projects because they did like Attack on Titan, they did Jujutsu Kaisen,
Jujutsu Kaisen,
and now they're
yeah.
doing Chainsaw Man. I'm like, Jesus, these animators are just absolutely dying.
So many lives are getting lost during this animation.
Oh man, I just don't know how they can just juggle all those, but just mad respect.
What are they working on now, I wonder? Does anyone know?
Is it
Oh,
Chainsaw
Amy.
Man still now?
Or otherwise?
I don't know.
There's Chainsaw Man.
Well, it's gotta be-
part 2 of Attack on Titan.
Yeah, that.
I guess, yeah,
Jujutsu
continuing
Kaisen,
season. Yeah.
It's
Which
they're all-
studio's Demon Slayer?
That's
gosh, I
UFOtable
don't
or
know.
UFOtable. I don't pronounce it. They say UFOtable. They say UFOtable.
You fold them.
So anyone telling me I'm
Unidentified
mispronouncing
flying
it-
object.
Oh my god. If anyone's fucking like telling I'm mispronouncing it, just screw yourselves, alright? It's you don't get what I mean.
Relax. Don't get angry, mate. Don't get angry.
But they
Relax.
did
It's
a
okay.
freaking great job. Like I've never seen just an animation just glow and it was just it was just
Yeah.
Oh my god, when we were watching Demon Slayer the second season.
Wait,
It was-
Amy, you up to date?
Yes, I watched it with you. Hello.
Yeah, you
Sorry,
have to be
guys. I can't remember. I thought there was like one particular season episode.
You know what? We can
towards
talk
the end.
about it. Let's just tell the fans. Look, for those of you who haven't watched it, like just
For you.
this part. But like also like why but also why haven't you? But anyway, let's just talk about it. At least just continue. Just
Yeah,
say
like
what
literally,
happens. Just say
like
what
the
happens.
second season, the quality was so good.
Yeah.
I nearly died. Like that's how good the quality. I felt like I was gonna get fucking sliced in the head. Like it was so good.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Second last episode of season 2, and I'm going to say no more.
Second
more.
last episode. I don't remember. You need to be more descriptive than that.
You know where
You say it.
Tengen was up
Say
against
the spoilers.
The big,
Oh, yes.
massive CGI, biggest battle scene of the
Yeah, no,
entire
that
2
was good.
seasons that just went up and beyond. I think it rivaled the expense of the Levi and Kenny
Kenny!
Right.
fight scene.
Kenny!
I think
Just one by
Okay,
one.
look, you've all-
Lisa, do
Every
your
anime-
Kenny impression. Come on, we all did it. That was actually not bad.
I'm gonna get like noise complaints. So like,
And look, every anime fan is lying to themselves if you have not stood in front of somewhere or someone and given a good Kenny impression. Like, come
Good Kenny.
on.
Eren Yaeger.
Oh my
No, don't start that again. Oh
Eren
my god.
Yaeger.
You know, the scene in Demon Slayer, I think, rivaled that, and it was just one of the most meticulously planned, amazing art pieces I've ever seen in an anime. I just couldn't, even though it was obviously gruesome as a battle, I couldn't take my eyes off of it for a second. It was just so well done and so beautiful.
It's yeah.
They really nailed it, that's for sure.
I want the next season.
Same.
See, that's the thing. I always used to be a big manga reader, and I'd always be like, oh, the manga's always better. But I feel like for things like that, when it's such an epic fight scene, it's just so much better. When it's animated, you just get, the emotions hit you so
Amy,
much more.
Amy, do you ever feel like when you're reading the manga and you look at a panel and you're like you think about this manga, you're like, I don't know how this is gonna get animated. Like, there's so much detail in this. And you're
Yeah,
like,
no,
this
it's
can't
so
be
true.
animated. Like,
Honestly, I don't know how they do it. It's an art.
Well,
honestly.
have you guys seen the manga panels for Demon Slayer? It's literally like 180p, and then you watch the anime. It's like 4K. Like the manga style is so shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's what I can respect. It's like they actually glow up the manga or the content, and that's just that's just great. Like, they did it for Attack on Titan, because I think Isayama's style is like, it's very I won't say it's crap. Like, I don't want to disrespect him. Like, it's like not crap.
It's a very unique art style. It's not your typical manga anime style. And that's actually, I don't know if you guys know this, but he struggled for years to get anyone to publish his work because the art style was so different, and you know, all the different companies just didn't want to take it on. And now look at it. Now look at it. I actually love it. I really appreciate the different art style.
And it just goes to show that it doesn't really matter about, like, it's not always the style, but it's just the narrative. Like, if it's a good story, if it's compelling, if it's enticing and engaging, then you can really make something out of it. They did the same thing for One Punch Man, which I don't know if you guys have read or watched. Highly recommend it. It is great. Because it was, it started off... Because it started
the battles in that it's crazy.
It's like, it started off with a guy who did, like, he was a crap drawer. Like, it was just a meme. It came like off a
Saitama.
Saitama. It was like a webcomic, and it looked like, honestly, like someone drew on MS Paint. It was so bad, but it was just a meme.
Did.
I think he did. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. But then it was such a good story. They turned it into a manga, and there's this guy called Yusuke Murata. I don't know. Don't fact check me on that. But I think that's him. Yusuke Murata. He's like a really good mangaka, and he transformed this guy's webcomic, and he obviously from the permission of him, and just created the series. And it's just, oh man, the panels are just like that's one of the things about the mangas. I'm like, I see the panels, and I'm like, I don't know how this is gonna animate it. I don't know how they're gonna animate this. It's just, the budget's gonna go through the roof, but. Yeah, like, that's also just another story that doesn't take a lot of, like, art skills. It's just, if you got a really good story, then it's gonna go well.
Yeah, and I find that's kind of the trend as well for a lot of things these days. Like, you'll have one person doing the actual art side of it, and then another person will handle the story. I actually really like it. I think it's good. Good use of resources. Obviously, people who can do both at the same time, props to them, but gosh. It would just take so much time.
It creates a masterpiece at the end.
Exactly.
I'm really happy that they're actually getting webcomics into the spotlight. And
oh my god, okay. I am so glad. All these freaking webtoons that I have been reading for months and years now, I'm so excited that it's like, you know, gaining more popularity now. And oh my god, Solo Leveling. Oh, I'm so excited.
Solo Leveling.
Yes.
Oh my god, Ali, do you remember when I sent that to you? I literally like grabbed you. I was like, you need to read this.
And I read the entire I think first 5 chapters or something like that.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, kind because it was very unique. It was very different for its time. And I was like, oh yeah, I was struggling to get into it. There were aspects there. There were elements there. There was a little bit of a spark, but I wasn't really making that full connection with it. And then for some reason, when I saw the animated version, I was like, oh, that was really cool.
You know why though? It's because the webtoon, it actually takes a couple chapters for it to really kick off. It's probably about 20 chapters in. That's when the story honestly gets so good. It's just so interesting, and the way the world builds and then the character develops and the art style just gets better and better with each chapter. Like, if you compare the art from the first chapter to like the 100th chapter, completely different. They're so different, but oh my god, it is just chef's kiss. I love it to bits. It's so good. I'm so excited.
No, it's like compare the meerkat.
Compare the meerkat.
What the fuck?
Oh god.
Popped up in my head.
At least it's going to fairies.
No, I'm very much looking forward to solo leveling.
Is that completed, by the way?
The webtoon, Solo
Yeah.
Leveling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it has. I haven't finished reading it yet, just because I took a break because I wanted more chapters to release, so I could just binge read it all at once. But I think it has completed now.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's about 140, 150 chapters.
Jesus.
Yeah. So not long either.
That means they can go ham with the animation now.
Oh, if they do anything less than going ham, I will be very disappointed.
You've been looking forward to this for a long time.
I really have. It deserves it, honestly. It's so great. And I really, there's so much potential around it. I'm so excited for you guys to watch it.
I can't wait.
I actually don't know. Let me have a quick look and see if it's got a release date. But I know
I
they...
looked it up, and I've seen it. I've seen all these snippets and everything, and people are going crazy over it.
Yeah. Oh, it's just so perfect. Hang on. Let me see if I can find it.
I have a very fast-growing fan base when it releases, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. 2023.
Okay, probably early 2023. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
hopefully.
so good.
Oh,
Next
so good.
year. Oh.
It's from A1 Pictures, though. They're a good studio. That's
A1
exciting.
Wait, aren't they? I swear they did like. They're the same. Let me look this shit up. They're the same studio that directed. I'm pretty sure Midsummer. That really fucked up. Hang on.
Oh.
Okay, no, don't worry. I got it mixed up. Don't worry, I got it mixed up.
Oh.
I got that mixed up.
That's a huge
Cause-
contrast of like
No, 'cause
production.
what was the studio for Midsummer? What is the studio called?
A1 Pictures did like Sword Art Online and stuff like that.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, my bad. It was called A24.
Okay.
That's what
I was gonna say, that's very different.
I was like, damn, alright. Hollywood studios are doing anime.
Yeah, no. No, they did
But a goodie.
exactly. Sword Art Online. They did Erased as well, and
That was so good. I loved the race.
Erased
Yeah.
was great. Oh god.
I don't want to be attacked, but I also did really enjoy the live action adaptation of Erased as well.
Honestly, I'm surprised.
Live action?
I'm not a huge fan of live action adaptations of anime. It just
Neither
doesn't
am
go
I
well for me.
normally. I think it's because this one was it wasn't paranormal in any way. There were no fantasy themes or wild hair colors or anything that they had to kind of fill out. It was just very. It was like a. It's just like a you know what do you call it? Like
just a normal,
NCIS.
like a normal show.
Like NCIS or SVU or something like that. You know, it was
Yeah,
that kind of vibe, which is why I think they did it very well, and the themes were very common. So they didn't have to go too far left field. But yeah, honestly, every other live I've given some a go. Like, you know, I know every one of them has a very bad rep, but I gave quite a few of them a go, and unfortunately, there's just
Ugly.
there's not many that I mean, look, One Piece is currently being made, and I did see a behind the scenes of On Set. the other day with where they're filming and a couple of the big ships and the sets, and it does look really good. And they're putting a lot of work
I'm
into
quite
it.
excited for that. And plus, it's a Netflix original, I'm pretty sure as well. So the budget should be really good.
They're putting a lot of work into it, and I did see who's playing. Excuse my pronunciation, Luffy. And sorry,
Well, just call it Lufa.
L-U-double-F. I'm just like, okay, if it's Luffy, it should be double O. Anyway, but yeah, I did see who's playing Luffy, and I am not a massive follower, but he is perfect from what I can tell. So I don't know. I'm getting good vibes. I hope that this might be, you know, one of the first anime or live action anime adaptations that might start getting a good rep. Actually followed by,
the sets are amazing though. I saw it and it's incredible.
actually followed by Avatar.
Yeah, I mean Avatar, they had good sets, they had good like all these costume designs, but it's just, oh man.
The upcoming one, you know how they're about to release another one?
Yes,
The official Nickelodeon one.
Yeah.
But also, fun fact for that, apparently, according to some sources, the guy who voiced the Cabbage Man is going to be the Cabbage Man.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
My cabbages!
Who'd have thought it become such a
literally.
meme?
You know, there's on YouTube, there's a compilation of him losing his cabbages.
Yeah.
I saw that.
I feel so bad.
Doesn't he lose them like 20 times?
No, are you serious? That many times throughout the series?
Yeah, he loses.
Is it that many? It's a lot. I swear he's in like every 6th episode.
Is that just an exaggerative number, or is...
I'm pretty sure it's close to 20.
No, I saw that it'd be like 4 or something like that.
No, man,
Nah.
there's been so many times.
He became such an iconic and famous meme to the point where he's even playing his own role in the live action coming up, which will be really funny and really good to see.
My man's appearing everywhere.
Yeah, we're gonna hear the iconic line once again, and I'm absolutely in love with the entirety of the cast that they've got so far. The only thing that has me worried was that the original director of the Nickelodeon animation series dropped halfway through the project because of some misunderstandings and non-cooperation from the
I think it was the director and the producers.
Yeah, there was some, like, they weren't doing it the way that he wanted it to, or something along
Brian
those lines.
Konietzko, right?
Yeah, so that's the only thing that has me worried, but the casting is, like, beautiful.
They've done such a good job. Did you see who they cast as, far out, what was her name?
Oh,
Mai?
yes, I did. She's
Oh, what
so...
was it? Yeah.
Was it May, or was
Lynn?
it the,
Lynn or something?
it was
Oh,
the
shoot.
mum or something, wasn't it?
No, the girl that has the poison and rides that weird mole.
Oh, yes. Oh, no, yes, I did see that. Yes, she was perfect.
Oh,
Yes, I did see
absolutely
that.
perfect.
The
What's her
recent
name?
casting- I don't know.
Is it Tang?
No, I thought it was like
Wait, is this the blind girl?
No, she
no.
runs.
That's tough.
That's tough.
Tough, that's what I was talking
Oh my god, how do you forget one of the original?
I'm sorry, I'm so bad with this.
Oh, no.
No, this is she's part of the Fire Nation. She helps track down the Avatar at one point. She rides a big, like, badger mole.
Oh,
kind of
her,
thing.
yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they casted her recently, and I'm just like, look, all of these people were not in the movie, which is really good, and that gives me an indication that they really are going to be trying and turning this into a series and doing what we've seen, you know, for the Water Nation, the Earth Tribes, and then the Fire Nation at the end. Along with all of these other new Avatar projects. We've got the new Avatar coming up. We have the series in 2024 about them being adults. We've got
Oh my god, that's gonna be so good.
we've got so much new Avatar stuff coming out. It's like the whole universe is coming back to life after all these years.
Have you guys watched The Legend of Korra?
Yes.
Yes, that is probably one of the most important parts of that you guys should watch before the live action as well, because it shows you the advancements of like the civilizations and like how each element sort of diverted into other elements, like how earth bending can do metal bending and like magna bending and all that sort of stuff. Like
It's really interesting.
I remember watching it one time and it got boring. I dropped it, and after a couple episodes, and then the second time I tried for longer, and then once again I stopped and I dropped it. And I just can't. I can't
We should
keep
watch it
with it.
together.
I can't keep with it like I could with like Avatar. Oh my god, I would binge that stuff. Season after season, and I would binge again. I absolutely I have binged again and watched it many times. But
Yeah.
Legend of Korra, yeah. But for some reason, Legend of Korra, I just cannot get into. I just
It's not on the same level as The Last Airbender.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's
It's not.
not.
It's still, I think it's still good in its own right, but if you're comparing it, like you can't.
I try
like,
hard not to compare, but I think I just don't like Korra. I think that's what my dislike comes down to. I'm not a fan of her. And I see snippets from later on in the season. I'm pretty familiar with the big things that happen in Legend of Korra, and also the people she meets. But you know, I absolutely love Aang. You know, he is such a beautiful persona.
He's very
can-
likable.
yeah, the
Very
OG gang.
Very OG gang, but Korra is just kind of the spoilt brat kind of vibe. But I know that she does eventually get character development, but she still kind of always has that stubborn streak in her where, you know, she'll always disregard advice and do what she wants first, which always ends up in catastrophe. And it's kind of like by the time you get into episode whatever it is, because it's quite a long series, you're just kind of like, oh, come on, Korra, not again.
But there's
Not
there's
again.
character growth along the way, character
on.
development.
It's okay.
Yeah, especially when the girlfriend gets involved. Wasn't
Oh.
Asami? Is it Asami?
Asami.
Asami,
Oh.
yeah, that.
Mama,
was a
mama,
very-
humana.
Yeah, I think that was a twist ending not many people were expecting, but it was good.
It was controversial in a good way.
Well, I
Well,
think it was
like-
like one of the first children's children's,
was.
I say.
I know, right? We're children, yeah. What?
Cartoons. I know.
It's so weird because like they try to make it kid friendly. I can't remember the scene, but it was like Tarlock or something like that. He learns. I can't remember the names. Please don't roast me whoever's watching this. But it was like one of the guys was a bloodbender, and he was like fighting Aang, and he's like, "I'm gonna put you to sleep for good." And I'm like, "Put him to sleep? Really? You're gonna put the Avatar to sleep? Like he's the biggest threat, and you just want to put him to sleep? Like I'd kill the guy." But I guess they just can't say that because it's like, you know, kid friendly.
Yeah. They kind of
But could you-
Disney-fy it.
Disney-fy it, yeah, and like if you think about it, if this was for adult audiences, oh god, it could go so bad with like the abilities of all these sort of elements.
You know what? It would be really funny to have like the original series and then literally have like the adult version. See what
Yes.
happens.
Oh my god, like would you guys
Yeah.
put money for that if they gave out like an adult version, like 18 plus?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's kind
To
of
this
like
day, I
Samurai
think
Jack.
bloodbending is still the strongest bending in the whole series.
It's kind of like Samurai Jack. You know how like they kind of made it really dark and really violent? I want that for Avatar.
It would be
That's
interesting,
not
that's for sure.
Because they all know that the audiences who used to be kids, they're all grown adults, so they're just like, you know what? We know exactly what you guys want. Boom.
Yeah.
We've been asking for it for so long, and they were like, "Here, have them as adults." We're like, "Yes."
Well,
It'll be so good.
we're almost near end of time. Does anyone want to say anything else?
This fire's really warm.
I'm glad it is.
I've
I'm
been
glad
cooking
it is.
up.
First off, is
Been
everyone
cooking
happy
up
with the
for the last
Avatar?
like hour.
Is everyone happy with the Avatar?
Yeah, they're cute.
Okay.
Ryan sausage must be about burnt to a crisp by now, but it's...
Yeah, I think he's eating charcoal at this point, but
Like for every podcast we do, I want to be cooking a different type of food.
Oh my god, you know how much drawing that? Okay, you know what? I'll do it. Maybe I'll try.
Yeah. Don't ask questions, just do it.
Okay, but you gotta.
No, you know what? Next time you'll be roasting a Frankfurt.
What?
Oh, yum.
Isn't that the
It's
same
another
thing?
sausage. Exactly. I've saved you work.
Okay. I was
Isn't
just
that-
like, what?
Yeah,
Thanks,
next time
Amy.
I'll be on a spit roast
yeah.
over the fire.
You know, I was thinking it would be really cool. Like, when we have like a Halloween episode, I can put like, you know, jack-o'-lanterns around or like. the Christmas
Yeah,
tree
that'd be
there.
fun.
Yeah, and we can have like
Yeah.
different themes, like top.
We can talk about horror films.
Yeah, like horror.
Oh
films
my
and
God.
stuff. Yeah.
And Ryan sausage can just keep getting more burnt each episode.
Don't worry,
Yep.
I'll change it. I'll put like a lolly there if it's Halloween, or maybe like, I don't know, a candy, honey and candy cane.
Oh, marshmallows! Yes.
That's true.
That'll be good. But no, well done with the animation though, Chirpy. Very well done.
Thank you. Well, I think that concludes the episode. Thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and just to keep up the content we're putting up, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.